Hey, and welcome again to another video. And as always, thank you so much and welcome again to Samba Tree. I know we haven't uploaded a video in a moment here because we've been quite busy on this end, but we are very much engaged in our Samba Tree family. And by the way, if you haven't checked out our website, be sure to check it out. It is sambatree.com. That's where you'll find all kinds of things as it pertains to your natural health and wellness. And I emphasize the word natural, because we're trying to get as many people as possible away from the pharmaceutical stuff. And because there's so many things that are in nature that are there to make our bodies better. And that's what we're committed to over on sambatree.com. So check it out when you get a chance. Now, in this video, we're going to briefly talk about a study that just came out. And man, it's so funny because I was just thinking about this the other day. A lot of times when I do videos, I have to write down. I don't, some people do, the whole script thing. I do that sometimes, but I guess what's more effective for me is not so much the script, but just writing down the notes. I want to make sure that I'm hitting all the points. That's really the main thing. And I emphasize the word write because I've tried to do I'm going to type it all out on Notepad. And that way, as I'm talking, I'm looking at the screen, I'm going through, making sure I hit everything or whatever. And, it just doesn't quite click for me. It just doesn't. What clicks for me is when I'm jotting down notes. And when I'm actually have pen in hand and I'm writing it down. And I've always wondered that. I said, why is it that I just prefer to write things down? I mean, I got all these keyboards all over the place. I could just type it. Why can't I just write it down? And seriously, I kind of thought about that. And then I just kind of, settled in myself. I said, well, maybe by writing it down, it helps my brain to remember it a little bit more or whatever. So I just kind of passed it off as that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But then this study comes out and I was like, wow, it confirmed exactly what I was feeling. So let's take a look here. Now we're going to go to Twitter, but I will also have the link to the full study below in the not the comment section, in the description. So you can look over it yourself. The reason why we're going to look at it on Twitter, because someone just did a quick breakdown and, I know you ain't got a lot of time today. So let's get right to it and let's just go over it. I thought this was really interesting here. So handwriting leads to widespread brain connectivity. Wow. And so let's go ahead and get into it. And this was posted, by the way. Let's give credit to whom credit's due. Nicholas Fabiano. He's a medical doctor. And we're just going to go through it real quick here. And then, like I said, again, the study, I'll show you the study as well. These findings are from a study in the Front Psychology. What's the name of it here? It's in the Frontiers Psychology publication. There you go. Which recorded brain electrical activity in 36 university students as they were handwriting visually presented words using a digital pen and typewriting the words on a keyboard. And then it goes on, it says, digital devices are increasingly replacing traditional handwriting, and both writing and reading are becoming increasingly digitized in the classroom. Using a keyboard is now often recommended for young children as it is less demanding and frustrating, and allowing them to express themselves in written form earlier. Let's go on. It says, however, handwriting training has not only been found to improve spelling accuracy and better memory and recall, but also to facilitate letter recognition and understanding. When writing by hand, brain connectivity patterns were far more elaborate than when typewriting on a keyboard, as shown by widespread theta, alpha connectivity coherence patterns between network hubs and nodes in the parietal and central brain regions. I hope I said that right. So they're showing you a little diagram here, and this is all in the study. Like I said, I'll just switch to that in a moment. Existing literature indicates that connectivity patterns in the brain areas and at such frequencies are crucial for memory formation and encoding new information, and therefore are beneficial for learning. These findings suggest that the let's see, spatiotemporal. I hope I'm temporal. I hope I'm saying that right. Spatiotemporal. I think I said that right. Pattern from visual and proprioceptive information obtained through the precisely controlled hand movements when using a pen contribute extensively to the brain's connectivity patterns that promote learning. It is proposed that children from an early age must be exposed to handwriting activities in school to establish the neuronal connectivity patterns that provide the brain with optimum conditions for learning. And then the last thing was overall, this study shows that the neural connectivity patterns underlining handwriting and typewriting are distinctively different. And it's right here. Here's the study right here. And like I said, he just gave a little overview, and it was just the best way for us, the quickest way to cover it here. But it's right here. The link will be in the description below. And he highlights everything here along with the diagrams and all of that great stuff. So I just thought this was really something, and along with all the references too. So yes, I just thought this was really fascinating. I mean, when you think about it, like even our own children who are now adults now, you know, when it comes to writing in cursive, they had some of that in high school, but it just kind of, they were like, you don't really need it. You know, we'll teach a little bit of it, but you don't really need it. But even writing in cursive, you know, I mean, I remember having creative writing classes, you know, growing up where we were doing whole papers, you know, writing our own stories, learning prepositions and adverbs and verbs and nouns and, you know, correcting sentences and writing our own stuff. You know, this was just a regular part of learning. And, you know, I can definitely tell the difference even now as I'm 54 years old. When I am typing something, like if I'm typing notes, for example, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the disconnect when I'm typing something for my notes, you know, because, you know, they have it here on your phone now where you can, you know, you can now speak in your phone and say, okay, these are my notes or whatever. It helps. But man, when I'm writing it down, it's something about it that it just, I feel more connected to those words. And I wanted to do this short video just, you know, if you have children or even maybe not, maybe it's just you, you know, get back. If you've been kind of disconnected from handwriting, man, get back into it. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, our brains need all the exercise that it can get. And, you know, this study is showing that by simply handwriting, man, it can really make a difference in our brain and how we retain information and all of that. So check it out. The link will be below in the description. Thank you so much for clicking in. You guys take care, and I'll see you again soon. Take care now.